Hey, what's up, my Dokus? Jason welcoming you back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we got here to Roer after boarding the Courageous, a giant ship meant to play as a third faction in the war on Zumeria, I guess, or Ereboni right now. Because, I mean, you know, there's the Noble faction, there's the Imperial Army and whatnot, and then I guess there's a third faction that involves the Courageous. I don't know. I'm being silly. Anyway, this time we are here in Roer to start a field study, and we're gonna do that with starting on these tasks. First things first. I want to go. I just broke the first rule of escalators. I went down the up ones. I want to go to, I believe is it this place? No, this is not where I want to go. I think I'm getting a little lost.
These things sure are convenient.
I know, right? I could see them building some in Heimdall eventually.
Ah, here we go, the dining bar. This is where I want to go. So we head down here, and we talk to Almina. We have to talk to her twice. Oops. Yep, there we go, okay. We get the recipe for tomato cocktail. And my notes, for some reason, tell me to do something very specific with Mr. Crow here involving this treat.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Yep, red hot soda. Wants me to make that as soon as possible. Okay. So now we need to go to Baronia's General Goods, and we need to buy. Where is it at? Kitty strap. This is what we need to buy. Wait, I already have one of these in my inventory. How do I have one of these in my inventory? I don't remember getting one of these. Huh. If I have one of these in my inventory, I have no reason to actually buy it, so I'm gonna buy one just in case, because there's the off chance that something happens to it. I don't know. But no, what we're going to do now is we're going to buy Carnelia Reprint Chapter 10 and Finale. There we go. And now I guess it's time to get cracking on our side quests. So we need to go to the RF store. And we need to talk to this guy. Hello there, Chief. Well, what do we have here? Lady Elisa and her classmates. Thank you for coming to speak with me. So that must mean that you're Chief Johan. At your service. I'm part of the Rhineford Group's 4th Development Division. The 4th Development Division? They're one of the group's major divisions, specializing in orbital communications and battle ordnance. I think they even supervise the development of the orbital staff. Oh, really? Then that means the reports that I write. Ah, so you're Elliot, are you? I appreciate you always sending us such detailed reports. You're definitely one of our most helpful testers. I'm happy to hear it. Still, orbital communications and battle ordnance. Those two things sum Arcus up perfectly. Smart kid. Those Arcus ordnance of yours are one of our most important R&D projects right now. Now that you know we're focused on the Arcus, do you think you could help us out with a little investigation? What do you say? Sure, that could be interesting. Oh, you would? Thanks a lot. Well, what is it you'd like us to help you with then? Well, as I wrote in the request I sent you, I'd like you to conduct an investigation on Arcus signal strength. I imagine you've all been making use of the wireless communication capabilities of your Arcus ordnance, and I assume that you're aware that the fact that they use orbital waves to make that possible. Today, I'd like you to search for places where those orbital waves are weak. Where the orbital waves are weak, huh? Well, the highways are the first place that come to mind. So we're looking outside the city? No, I want you to conduct your investigation inside the city. Wireless orbit waves are not always the most stable things in the world. You may generally get a stronger signal inside town, but the strength still varies depending on where you are. Now that you mention it, yeah, there are some places where it's tough to get a call to go through. But how are we going to find them? Oh, I probably should have started by giving you this. An orbital wave detector? That's right. It does what you'd think. Detects and provides information on the orbital waves whenever you use it. If you find an area where you think the signal will be reduced, try switching this on. Why don't you give it a try? Okay then. Some words came up. It said that the signal strength in this area is 3, didn't it? You read that right. The number that appears tells you how strong the orbital wave signal is in that area. It's on a scale of 1 to 3, with 3 being the highest. So in other words, the signal strength here in this store is excellent. Any call you made would be crystal clear. What I want you to search for are areas with the orbital wave where the orbital wave detector displays a result of 1. Sounds simple enough. Well, I understand what it is that you're asking us to do. But what sort of thing would weaken an area's signal? Well, there are 2 main causes. The first cause is the waves being physically obstructed by by walls or ceilings, stuff like that. The second is interference from other kinds of orbital waves. What other kinds are there? Tons of devices other than Arcus use orbital waves. Think radios and other communication devices. Some orbits give off orbital waves too, but really just a negligible amount. Sometimes when you get multiple kinds of waves in an area, they interfere with one another, meaning either works properly. It's not my first time hearing about it either. Sounds like it could be a real problem. It certainly is. It's probably the biggest drawback to wireless communications technology. That said, orbital waves are pretty strong outdoors, so you generally don't have to worry about it unless you're inside. I see. Well, it'll narrow down our investigation if we stay indoors. In general, yes, you may find a few areas with weak signal strength outside, but they're much more common indoors. For the purpose of our research, we'll need to find at least 3 different problem areas. If you find more than that, we'd be thrilled, but that's up to you with how much time you have. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Any further questions? No, I think that's everything we need to get started. Thank you for breaking everything down for us. We'll get started right away, Chief. Thanks, kids. Alright, so we have Can You Hear Me Now? Let's go ahead and get started. So we need to use it, we need to use the item from our inventory in some specific locations. First off, let's go to... Also, that does not deceive you. There is literally a shop named Jackass. I'm not even kidding. Like, that is just one of the greatest things I've ever seen in a video game. Anyway, we're gonna start here at the dining bar. So I guess we just need to go into our items, go to orbital wave communicator and use. So this area is a 1, huh? Perhaps it's because of the way it's built. The actual bar area is pretty far into the building. Very possible. There's also a radio playing here, which might interfere with things too. Alright, our next spot is actually Jackass's repair shop. Yeah, it's literally a repair shop. I don't know, it's just so funny. And there's a bald guy too. Like, I don't know. There's just something funny about it being called Jackass. Anyway, let's go ahead and use the orbital wave detector here. It looks like this area only has a signal strength of 1. I wonder if that's due to all the different orbments here. They must all be giving off their own waves. Probably. Alright, next place we need to go. Oh, this is like somewhere over here. Okay. Next place we need to go is up here and to the right as we're going into the cathedral. And if we go all the way up here, I guess, I mean, I don't think it matters where we are as long as we're in the building itself and use it here. It's displaying a signal strength of 1. Huh, maybe the cathedral's so sturdy orbital waves can't even get through. Possibly. There's no antenna here either. Alright. And next up, what we want to do, we can go over here to the Roer Institute of Technology. So this is the Roer Institute of Technology. We had a request from someone here. It's a famous university and research institute. Lots of the country's brightest technicians study here. And a lot of them get scooped up by the Reinford Group, or Reinford Company after graduation. They've offered George some pretty sweet deals to encourage him to apply after he graduates. Jellica Zorbal's bike was originally being researched here too. I think George had mentioned that before. Sounds like we've got all kinds of cool stuff in development here. What are we waiting for? Let's go on inside. Right. Well, we're inside because we also need to, you know, check the orb level, the orbital levels here. Yikes, the signal's pretty bad here. Perhaps it's because the researchers use orbital waves in their experiments. It's hard to say for sure. Alright, but while we're here, we can actually accept this request that we have to get. Huh, judging by those uniforms, you're all students, aren't you? They look kind of familiar, too. We're students from Thor's military academy. Are you the Ratto who sent in a request for us? Ah, so you're the students from Thor's. Of course, of course. No wonder your uniform looked so familiar. That's the academy George goes to. To be honest, I'm a bit uneasy about leaving this to you, but you look pretty strong, so hopefully it'll work out. It figures George would have connections here. Still, gotta go out on a limb and guess that you're worrying about how well we clean up in a fight. Must be a dangerous job. Kinda, yeah. Let me explain what I'd like you to do. You've heard of our Professor Schmidt, right? The name does sound familiar, yeah. Professor G. Schmidt, I believe. He was one of the leading disciples of Professor Epstein, the father of the orbital revolution. He's a really famous scholar in his own right. He followed the Epstein's footsteps, and his work helped popularize orbments. Indeed, he's generally spoken of as something of a living legend. Professor Epstein also had 2 other famous students, Professor Russell and Professor Hamilton. Their names tend to crop up together quite often in the orbital science. Yeah, I doubt there's a researcher out there who isn't familiar with those three and their work. Besides that, though, if I'm remembering right, Professor Schmidt also serves as president of the Roer Institute of Technology. Huh, you don't say. I wasn't aware he was doing what he was doing these days. Yeah, he's continuing his research here at the Institute. He can be pretty difficult to deal with at the best of times, though, so he doesn't really do public appearances these days. Gotta say, you seem pretty well informed. Is he an acquaintance of yours, Elisa? Not as such. He's apparently an old friend of grandfather's. It's because of the orbital technology the professor brought back to the Empire that the Reinford Company grew so large. At least, that's what I've been told. So that's why the Empire's largest company hit... How the Empire's largest company hit the big time, huh? You're Chairman Irina's daughter, huh? Tech must run in the Reinford blood. You might not know, but the professor's been involved with the development of the Arcus units and the orbital staffs, too. Whoa, seriously? I did have a feeling that might be the case. The tech used in the Arcus units seem more advanced than anything I've seen in the standard issue battle ordnance made by the Foundation. It sounds like the only person could make something like that would be this professor then. Sounds more like a wizard by the minute. The reason I started with this little history lesson is because this request comes from Professor Schmidt himself. I work as one of his assistants, so I put in the request on his behalf. Anyway, I feel I'm talking your ear off, so let's move on to explaining what it is I'd like you to do. By all means. Okay then, I want you to enter the Shashin Iron Mines and bring me back a small quantity of a minor metal called linium. What's a minor metal? It's a category of rare metals often used in technological development, but I'd never heard of a linium. I'm not surprised. It's not especially well known even for a minor metal. However, it's got some exciting potential applications in a new airship engine that's currently in development. That'd be quite the mechanical coup. Kinda makes me think of the Courageous. Oh, it's actually related to that, as chance would have it. In addition to the Reinford Company, both the Foundation and ZCF were involved in the development of the Courageous. Our university is participating too, which has gained us access to all sorts of new technology as a result. Right now, we're working day and night to see if we can push what's possible with an airship engine. Okay, so now we know why you guys needed the linium for, or what you need linium for, but why us? Well, extremely small quantities of linium have been extracted from one of the mine's tunnels, but a few years ago, dangerous monsters started taking up residence right in that very tunnel. In the end, it had to be sealed off before we could obtain a large enough sample to run tests. That story does sound familiar now that I think about it. And if the ore doesn't have any proven applications, it won't be easy to get permission to access the tunnel. That's where we stand at present. If the professor were to petition the army, there's a possibility they'd go and secure the necessary sample. But like I said earlier, he's not the easiest man to deal with. He doesn't want to ask anyone for our assistance, not even the army. Sounds like a royal pain in the ass. I can't say I'm not concerned about these purported monsters in the mine, but if we can make a contribution to the advancement of science, we might even see linium pop up in textbooks someday. Yeah, I think we should help him out. I do know the mine chief, so if we explain why we want to head to the end of that tunnel, I'm sure he'll let us in. Oh really? That'd be a huge help. Still, it's an older tunnel. I doubt it's been retrofitted to the most modern safety standards. Make sure you're really careful when you go in there. Of course, precaution is the best kind of caution. Let's go to get to the mine, we'll need to leave through town and the eastern exit on the lower level to take the mountain path north. Okay, let's get going. Alrighty. Well, we have pretty much picked up that quest. But we're just getting it while we're here. So now what we need to do is we need to go over here to this question mark spot that shows up on the map. Wait, huh? Okay, it's just right here. So let's go ahead and try to, I guess let's go ahead and try to use the orbital wave detector here. Okay. Is it down on the bottom floor? Huh? I'm confused.
Why are you going the wrong way? Just because you can? It's kind of fun.
I forgot that Elisa said that. Elisa, you don't understand. It's a man's dream. Okay, I think I'm right on top of it. Okay, let's try this again. What? I'm so confused. I'm supposed to use it here, aren't I? What? Maybe it's just right outside the door. Maybe that's the problem. No? What, am I just supposed to, like, do trial and error here? What the hell? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, now it's going over here. What the heck? I don't get it. What is going on? Okay, I'm seriously, genuinely confused on why I can't do this. Like, I legitimately don't understand what... I don't get it. I don't get what I'm doing wrong. It's literally showing it. Do I need to go down here, maybe? Like, is that the issue?
Looks like a dead end. This was some kind of maintenance room, I think.
I'm stupid. Plain and simple, I'm stupid. Level 1. That's weird. You wouldn't figure a weak signal would be a problem outdoors. Yeah, I guess something must be instructing the orbital waves anyway. Glad we found this area. Seems like it would have been easy to miss. Alright, we found 5 different areas now. Not bad considering we were told to stop it. We could stop at 3. Yeah, I can't imagine we'll find any more though. Maybe we should go back and report all these. Yeah, that just did not make sense whatsoever. Anyway, we're gonna head to the RF shop. Finish your investigation, I take it? Yeah, yes, we did. We'd like to give you our report. I see. So all in all, you found 5 different areas with a signal strength of 1. Looks like they all have low signals for different reasons too. This data will be invaluable to furthering our research. You've done excellent work today. I really owe you. Not at all. All we did was walk around town, really. But glad to have been of service. By the way, I couldn't help wondering while we were on our little jaunt. If we're in an area with a signal strength of 1, does that flat out mean we won't be able to make a call on our Arcus? Nah, you still should be fine. What's the problem then? Well, the problem is, this has to do with the rollout of the orbital net, doesn't it? Got it in 1. I should have guessed you'd figured it out. So the less technically inclined... For the less technically inclined, what does that mean? Well, I can't pretend to be an expert on it myself, but what we've done today has taught you that the orbital waves can be unstable by virtue of being wireless, right? Plus, the amount of data you can transfer wirelessly is less than you can transfer through a wired connection to begin with. As long as you're just transferring voice data through orbital waves, low signal strength isn't a huge problem. But if you're transferring more complex data, like a text or picture files on orbital computers at the Academy, the low signal strength could pose a problem, correct? So in other words, you're trying to increase the amount of information you can transfer wirelessly. For that, orbital net thing, or whatever you called it? Exactly. The orbital net has also just started to gain traction in Erebonia, but the Epstein Foundation in particular is making a lot of progress with their research in the field. There's even a project underway to connect Lamaine State and Crossbell State with a wireless network. So we can't exactly sit on our hands here. And that's where this data you've gathered comes in. I'll be sure to put it to good use. We'd be honored if you did. Anyway, I think I've kept you long enough. Here's your reward for a job well done. Well then, good luck at whatever you've got left. I really appreciate what you've done for me today. It was our pleasure. Keep up the good work. Alright, that takes care of that request. Next up, we need to go to, I guess we need to go collect this, monster quest. as it is an optional quest.
This way leads to Marquis Rogner's mansion.
So that's where Jellica's stubborn old man lives, huh? Better stay away.
Excuse me, could you spare us a moment of your time? We're the students of Thor's military academy who you asked to exterminate a monster for you. Oh, you're from Class 7, are you? I've heard that you'd be handling that monster, but I'm skeptical that a handful of kids would be up for the task. Well, no skin off my nose, you probably won't handle it as well as we could, but give it your best shot. Of course. Don't they just rubber stamp the enlistment form of do they rubber stamp the enlistment form of every egotistical ass who wants to join up with the provincial army? I know it seems that way, but well, maybe you're onto something there. Make it easy to know what you're thinking, though. Just don't let it get to you. As soon as you've exterminated the monster, report directly back to us. If you're somehow still having trouble wrapping your brain around what to do, I suppose I could answer your questions. Nah, I know what to do. I'm not stupid as much as you want to think I am. Anyway, let's go ahead and head out to the by road, in which we have some new enemies to take care of.
Watch out.
We have some penguins, as well as actually, no, I can't do that yet. I already have level 5 of the Lisa, so I guess we'll go Elliot. We have Great Grouse and Mad Penguin.
It's my turn.
Do I still have Analyze on her? No, I don't. Crap.
My turn.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put let's go ahead and use Detector on the Mad Penguin, so we can end up defeating that without any worry. I'll go ahead and link Elisa and Machias.
I've got you.
Here we go.
I can do
And
this.
then we can get back to Elliot. Oh crap, he's paralyzed, which means I can't use his craft. Do I have anything that cures paralysis? Well, I guess I can cure that at least.
It's my turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and have him move. Go there.
Right.
Here we go.
No, I want to get to Elliot. Thank you very much.
My turn.
There we go.
Analyzing enemy attack patterns. Analysis complete.
Go.
I can
Alright.
do this. Fire.
There we go.
Is everyone okay?
That takes care of that monster. And now we're gonna go ahead and keep moving up the path.
Oh yeah, this road leads all the way to your hometown, doesn't it, Green?
Yeah. It'd take you days to get there if you tried to walk it, though.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, we got some more new enemies. We have Steel Ladybug and Hellish Tamaritan. That's an interesting name. Alright, let's go ahead and detect both of
Analyzing
these.
enemy attack patterns. Analysis complete.
Right. Go.
And of course, Ring is confused. God forbid that, you know, we never have a character get confused.
Right.
Alright, go ahead and have Elliot do another detection.
It's my turn.
And we'll keep
Leave it to
it
me.
going.
That takes care of them.
I swear my phone is blowing up for some strange reason. Anyway, there is some ground bait there. However, I went the wrong direction. I want to go this way first. Because if we do, one, we'll find yet another new enemy.
Ahead. Have to
Greedy wolf. Wonder what's so greedy about him.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
But let's go ahead and do another detection on him.
I've got it.
My turn.
Right.
It's my turn.
My turn.
Right. Fire. All right. Let's keep on moving.
And once guess we are done with that. If we make our way over here, there is a trap chest.
Stay on guard
It
and
appears to
don't
have a
get
bunch of greedy wolves, which I don't think Rosetta Arrow will do all that much about, but we'll see.
right.
Let's try Ultimate Shot. Ooh, Reen's about dead. That's not good. Okay, this is dangerous. You know what? I'll have Elliot use Hero. There we go.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Alright, well, looks like Reen gained a level up, and he learned a new craft, Flame Impact, a powerful downward slash.
Done.
Looks like Fee and Crow learned one as well. Chaos Trigger, fires a bullet of pure insanity. I guess gained a level up, but Crow learned a new craft. You know what? I'm actually gonna switch out Machias for Crow just because I like having Crow. Such a cool guy.
Huh. This is a pretty nice area.
Grandfather used to love coming here to fish, now that I think about it.
Well, it's a good thing you love to, because there's a new fish for us to catch. So let's go ahead and try to catch it. And we get
Wow,
a
this is a big one.
catfish. And I don't think we need to do any more than that. I think we've gotten pretty much all we need from the angler points and stuff. I think for the most part, at least, we have plenty of what we need. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going up this way. We'll find, hopefully, some more enemies.
Mom, shall we
It's just literally just one singular enemy just hanging out.
Handsome and strong.
Hey, there's just so much, but like my phone is going off. I don't know why.
That one looks annoying.
This looks tough.
Here we go.
Careful.
I guess I can go ahead and show off Flaming Impact.
It's my turn. Now!
Gotcha.
Right. Now. You're finished.
Leave it to me. Go get him.
I've got you!
Oh yeah, I guess I could have shown
I
off
can do this.
Crow's new art as well. I didn't think about
My
that.
turn. Now.
I've got you!
My turn. That's that. Let's keep moving.
But, oh well. We'll show it off here pretty soon. Oh, there's the path up to Ymir. We so wish to take it, but obviously we cannot. It is out of our jurisdiction of our field study. You can also see a nice side view of Roer from here as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and we got Crescent Mirror. And here's the enemy that we need to defeat.
Watch out.
Boy, are they big. Rocky Croaker.
Analyzing enemy attack patterns. Analysis complete.
Well, let's go ahead and start wailing on them with all we've got.
It's my turn. This is my closing order on the
My turn. Yeah, you're done. Cross free. See ya.
My turn. This is a performance just for you.
My turn.
Alrighty. I don't think we're gonna be able to get
Leave it to me.
anything major off, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and swap in
All
Fee
yours.
and use her S-Craft.
There we go. Silky.
While we're doing that, I might actually switch to having Fee as our new, you know,
It's my
partner
turn.
of sorts.
My turn.
If I can get off a burst, it would be fantastic, but it's not looking like I'm gonna be able to. Especially since they're both gonna, or at least he's gonna almost be dead. Bro,
My turn.
why is everybody still frozen? And of course, Rain's dead. That figures.
Okay. It's my turn.
Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and use Lisa's S-Craft again. Can I please get a, can I please get a break off or something?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
come on.
My turn.
You're ridiculous. I'm just barely not enough for her S-Craft. That's so dumb!
Okay. Thanks. My turn.
Okay, I guess I just need to heal Elliot.
Right. Fire. Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and use Silphy Dance.
Silky dance. It's my turn.
We're- What? What? Hold on. Since when is an immobilizer an instant death? How is that possible? I've never had this happen, not even in my previous playthrough of the game. Since when? You know what? No, I don't care what people say. I'm not doing this the same way with the unfair bull crap that it gave me. Absolutely not. You know what? We're wailing on them with easier or with weakening them. I don't care if it's cheating.
Here we go.
It's my turn. This is my target armor.
My turn. Yeah, you're done. Cross free. See ya. Here we go.
Right. Sorry, can you handle this?
Will do. There you go. Silky dance. It's my turn.
All right.
But
Go.
It's my turn. Fire.
My turn. Arcus activate. My turn. Arcus activate. Here.
It's my turn. Let's go.
Ha.
My turn. There you go.
My turn.
but
Here we go. Okay. It's safe.
That should not have taken as long as it did.
all right.
Anyway, Elliot gained a level up and Machias gained a level up. And that takes care of the quest monster. And sadly we have to go all the way back to Roer by just walking, so I'll meet you guys back there. Okay, now that we're back here, let's go ahead and report our victory. So you were able to exterminate the monster on the West Highway, were you? Well done. That's some busy work off of our plate. Well then, here's your reward. Don't use it all in one place. Thank you very much. Well, then, you're excused. Alright, that takes care of that quest. And I think with that, I think we're gonna call it here. We've got pretty much some, or it's not prison. We took care of two requests, and our next one's gonna be a bit of a lengthy one. So, next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, we're gonna head out onto the Sanchen Mountain Path. That's what it is. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a like, troops out of ton. Make sure to subscribe dibbly if you've not already. And I will see you guys all later.